In this video, we will establish the one player who will single-handedly lead England to glory at next summer's World Cup. You know what did he call him? Star Kid or whatever it is?
Starboy.
Starboy. He's not that anymore.
Star Kid.
He's not that.
He knew what it was.
He's not. He's the man. He's the main man.
Bold then, say it.
I will do. I'm going to do it. All right.
Go on then.
All right. Or the Declan Rice over Saka.
Wait, we've gone too far. You cannot be mentioning Rooney, Owen, and Gazza.
I did it.
Cole Palmer.
Scored in the final. None of the others did. Right, chaps, we're going to put some of England's best players against each other, and the player who makes it all the way to the end will be crowned this episode's final one standing. Right, let us get into it. Think about it. There was a massive World Cup coming up, and somebody is going to have to be this generation's Bobby Moore. Who is going to do it? We're going to start with Bukayo Saka or Phil Foden. This is easy, isn't it?
I think it's
easy.
It's become easy.
Can you try and just rationalise what has happened to Phil Foden off the back of that amazing season where he was the best player in the Premier League, best player at Man City, a true icon and somebody that England were going to build our hopes around?
I think that season was world class
Yeah.
for him. City were quite slow last season without Phil Foden having that impact. With him in the team is that direction, that his ability to put the ball in the back of net.
I can't understand it. Like, on his day, I just think he's unplayable, just a genius. And yet, I remember, like, Flav and I were in Gelsenkirchen for that England game.
Yeah.
Flat.
But by the end, we were saying, get him off. Like, the way that England solve our problems is by taking Phil Foden off, by dropping Phil Foden from the starting lineup.
Things have to fall into place for him to have a great game, in my opinion, for England especially. And they just haven't fallen into place. Even for City, you are right, and that was a great season for him. But if I ask what his best position is, even Pep Guardiola's confused. We to this day, we still don't. And they buy Shirky when the expectation was Foden will take over the reins from De Bruyne in a creative sense, not like for like player. That didn't work out, and Pep's gonna move for Marmoush is another one that occupies similar positions across that front line.
I think going back to Saka versus Foden, I think the reason why we're probably all agreed is because Saka on the right-hand side is the undisputed number one. His quality is there every single week, and especially for England, Phil Foden can be really hot and cold. And I think with Jude Bellingham in the side as well, or Cole Palmer, there's players that could play his position that are playing at a high level.
I think Saka's world class. I just don't think there's any debate about
it. There's no debate about that. Certainly on the right hand side, you could have made an argument for Foden potentially centrally back maybe a year ago when he was playing decent.
Bellingham or Foden.
Yeah, it's one of those conversations. But in this instance, like what Saka brings to England, he's irreplaceable on that right hand side. So, given what's happened to Foden, the fall off has been dramatic.
I think he's better than everyone, Saka. You know when everybody kind of brings up the other wingers in the world, I don't know, like Mbappe, not the same position but same.
Rodrigo,
yeah. I just think Saka's better than them all. You know when he missed that penalty at the Burn, I was over the moon, and then a couple of minutes later, half hour later, he just dinks Courtois. You're like, that's world class.
Mentality, quality, consistency.
Any obstacle put in front of Saka in his whole career, whether it's England or Arsenal missing penalties in a final, for
being
example,
overplayed,
or in a title run against West Ham missing another one, he bounces back and becomes a better player.
I agree.
Last season, big injury, but it got cut off with 10 assists about 15 games into the year. He was on course to.
Yeah, he was going to break some records potentially.
Well, and it just shows you the importance he has to Arteta because he wouldn't give him a break. Do you know what I mean? And then relied. Eventually, his injury was, evident. But what he does well, Saka, and what he does better than anybody else is that every time he gets the ball, right, 70% of that time you're going to result in a chance. Whether he's shooting or he's finding someone, he is at times unplayable.
And he's become like the man of the team. You know what did they call him? Star Kid or whatever it is? Starboy. He's not that anymore. Star Kid. He's not that.
He knew what it was.
He's not. He's the man. He's the main man.
And he's only still 23 years old.
But the answer here is Bukayo Saka. We all agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Saka.
Okay, so Bukayo Saka is moving through to the next round. Remember, we're looking at this through the lens of England. Who is going to win England the World Cup? Bukayo Saka versus Declan Rice.
I think we'll have to go to Turkish for this one.
Give me a sec. Both very important. Both starters for England without a shadow of a doubt. We've talked about Saka just now, but Declan Rice as well. I feel over the years he's established himself as the best English six for quite a long time. I'm talking old school six here. He can break up play. His passing between the lines ain't the greatest, but that was never what he was about. He was about protecting the defence. It's not bad. I think he's all right. Even in the 8 for us, he's provided goals.
What is his best position? Because that is.
I'd say 8.
Or a double pivot, box to box.
Yeah, box to box.
In and around the box, he has his limitations. He's not technically proficient.
I think he's going to get better in that part of his game. And I think the big thing here, though, is MVP is the superstar, right? Is the guy that makes things happen. As much as Declan Rice has done that in the past, the 2 free kicks against Real Madrid was insane. What a moment that was. His corners are really good. But you'd say Saka has the spark. Yeah. Declan Rice will go down as the water carrier, the unsung hero. If England win anything, it'll be because of Declan Rice's hard yards in a defensive sense.
He's the Nobby Styles.
He is the Nobby Styles of this team. So I would say more important in my sense. In my opinion, he would be the MVP from that perspective.
Well, bold then, say it.
I will do. I'm going to do it. All right.
Go on then.
All right. Well, the Declan Rice over Saka.
Okay, so you go Declan Rice.
Yeah,
what would you say here?
Can we win the World Cup without Declan Rice in the side?
No.
Good point.
No.
Right.
But I would also, just to ask, can we win the World Cup without Bukayo Saka in the side?
This is a very miserable conversation for me, but probably not.
But what about
Although
Cole Palmer?
there are other players that can, whether they can do it as well or not isn't the point. There is nobody that can play the role. We're going to end up bringing Jordan Henderson back or whatever. Like, there's nobody that can play the role that Declan Rice plays. We have other players that can play the role.
Cole Palmer.
But
We have other players.
Though.
No, I don't disagree. What I'm saying is, though, the drop-off from Saka to, say, Cole Palmer, the drop-off from Saka to whoever would to replace him in the team
It's far less.
is far less than Declan Rice to, seriously, Jordan Henderson.
What is
I didn't think we'd say this coming into this round.
No, it was a great question. Weirdly, that was rare.
What is the drop? What is the drop off? Who replaces Rice if he's not there?
Okay, being serious, it's not Jordan Henderson. I mean, Tuchel
Mano,
has picked Jordan Henderson.
I know. I can't even have that.
So you definitely say Maino would be number 2. Adam Wharton is someone, but he plays.
in the
He's a 6, right? So you'd be Wharton
I like Wharton
Rice.
and Rice.
That's the combo.
We're already stretching out the argument a bit, though, because surely we can't go to who's the backup to justify who's the better.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
That's
you
fair.
could say we could afford to lose Saka because we can't afford to lose Rice.
It's the MVP. It's
The MVP is
most
Saka.
important
Saka wins England
player.
the World Cup. Declan Rice doesn't win England the
And this
World
is
Cup.
English
He
player
might
of
do
the
it in
year.
Dave's way, like what Dave was saying, sort of from the unsung hero way. But in terms of who's going to get the ball and score a winner into the top corner against Argentina in New York City, that's Saka.
I've made my decision.
Me
You're
too.
going to say Rice, aren't you?
I am going to say Rice purely
Okay,
because
I'm going to say Rice.
and that's not to say that Saka isn't more explosive and capable of great things. And it's hard to choose, but I don't think England can win without Rice. But we potentially could without Saka. So I'm going to say Rice.
I think it's Declan Rice because of the defensive side of the game. And that's not saying Saka's bad. I think Saka presses very well, gets back well. But Declan Rice is elite off the ball.
Turkish?
Last 3 tournaments, Saka's been top 3 player for England in all 3 tournaments. One player of the year twice for England.
Yeah.
Consistent
Saka.
in the league.
Saka.
Missed the penalty though. Remember?
He did miss a penalty amongst a couple
Scored
others.
one since then, no?
Amongst a couple
No,
others.
we're not talking about the
Scored one since
I
then.
mean, we can do if you'd like to.
It's on you, Rory.
I know, I don't know
unfortunately.
the answer. I think that they're both... I almost think that we can't do anything without both of them.
Yeah.
Saka wins England a World Cup, whereas I feel like Declan Rice stops England losing a World Cup. Saka is the man to do the magical thing. So Saka, which leaves us at stalemate. And I've got the cue cards.
Cue cards, haven't you?
So Saka.
All right.
I love having this cue card. It's fantastic.
Who gave you this power, Rory? Incredible.
I've never had
Got to speak to production.
Maybe I'll
Next
take it home with me,
time,
mate. Maybe I could convince my wife to use a shoe rack.
I got the cue cards.
Right, okay, so Bukayo Saka has made it through, which means it is Bukayo Saka versus Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham just has that, he is the MVP, isn't he?
He's got the aura.
Who else?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't really get it. I understand Saka, but I don't really know. Bellingham for me has been part of
Can I just point something out here? It's really important that everybody knows it.
Yeah, go on.
I was with Flav in Gelsenkirchen when Jude Bellingham scored a last-minute bicycle kick, and this man went potty.
I've never gone so crazy.
No, I've never seen you go so red. I thought you were going to have heart failure.
I was going to fall over. Yeah. No, yeah, but that was the occasion. And
you had to top off and everything.
Come off the occasion. I definitely didn't do that. Come off the occasion, come from the man, and all that stuff. I just think I know there's a lot of fanboys out there, but the Bellingham, is he consistently performed in the way that?
But
Saka
you don't
has?
need to consistently perform. You need to do what he did there, which is
that
save
special
England.
moment.
Yeah. You don't need to be brilliant for 90 minutes for every game. You need to just be brilliant when you need to be brilliant.
And we were so poor in that tournament, weren't we? So
and we only got anywhere because Bellingham scored in the opening game. Bellingham scored the bicycle kick to keep us in the tournament.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Saka helped along the way, though.
No doubt.
No, it's incredible, and those sort of clutch moments he did show up, and it was absolutely crucial that he did that. But that was a dysfunctional England.
But Jude
team.
Bellingham is a star, isn't he? He's a star. He's Real Madrid. It's almost, without using a word that I
the
hate,
most
it's the aura
dysfunctional,
thing.
terrible Real Madrid team
He
I've
was.
ever seen.
Now Xabi Alonso's in charge. That is a lot better of a football team.
Yeah.
You think about Florian Wirtz under Alonso, players massively grown. There's a player in there, there's a talent in there that, as you're saying, Rory, can score a bicycle kick and win a game in stoppage time. That level of talent is something that would go down as being an MVP in a tournament. And I feel like that spot in the team for Jude Bellingham is there as a number 10, and that's where he has to be.
I don't know if his ego is a good thing.
But at the same time, like you can have all the ego you want, but you can work very, very hard. That Real Madrid team that won the Champions League, I remember going to the City game, semi-final. He was sensational off the ball. Sensational at holding up the ball. He was doing all the ugly things. I'm sorry to be unsung hero again. Gonna go with Jude Bellingham.
I think he's kind of obsessed with his own highlight reel. And
He's got an ego, but I don't think that's a bad thing for somebody like him.
and a cohesive team environment in a short-term competition, I think it is an issue. We're not going to get that with
Who's
Saka.
more likely to win England a World Cup? You're playing Argentina in New York City in the final. Who's more likely to get a winner, Saka or Bellingham?
The evidence would suggest Saka. Bellingham. Bellingham.
I think Bellingham's the hungriest English player in terms of wanting
Winning.
to
He's
reach
got that-
that,
he's got the mentality.
status.
Yeah.
But I agree with the ego thing. That a certain level of ego is necessary to be a great player and be the man. But especially the last tournament, there was signs that maybe that ego's crossing over to.
Who's been more effective in an England shirt? Is it Saka or Bellingham?
Make sure you're part of football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game, Final One Standing. There's a new jackpot launching every week, so even if you get knocked out, there's always a new game to enter and get involved. The rules are simple. Just pick one Premier League team to win each weekend. If they win, you're through to the next round. If they lose or draw, you're out. But there is a little bit of a twist. You can only pick a team once, so you got to think strategically. Just download the William Hill app, scan the QR code, or hit the link in the description below to play. Do you think you've got what it takes to be the final one standing? Terms and conditions do apply. You've got to be over the age of 18 and based in the UK or Ireland. And please, make sure you gamble responsibly.
I think
Saka.
consistently Saka.
Saka.
Well, then surely he's our most valuable
He's
player.
playing more games. It's just,
And I think
it's
Bellingham
not-
stood up the most at the most crucial times, probably.
in the tournament that Bellingham has in the tournaments that he's featured. So he was in Qatar and he was in Germany.
So this is like the Messi-Ronaldo debate, right? Jude Bellingham is Ronaldo, clutch player. Saka is Messi in a sense of he's consistently been good.
And Messi was clear of Ronaldo by some significant distance in that competition.
If Jude Bellingham didn't go to the tournament for some weird reason, who plays that role for England?
Palmer?
Yeah, we've got players that can.
Foden.
Palmer. This is my point: is that Bellingham, in my opinion, should be moved into midfield rather than that 10 in the 10 role.
I just don't think you got
far.
balance.
I think
there.
Bellingham's
You got no Rice.
Bellingam's
he's
more of
too
a star than
far
Saka.
I think he sees himself as an attacker now. He's
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just also you're playing for your country. Do as you're told. Do you know what I mean? So,
Not really how it works.
well, it would be if I was bloody manager. I'd tell you that.
It should be. Like bash it in.
Yeah.
4, 2.
2 or an 8. Stay there. No, but I think Cole Palmer in the 10. I love that. And
Right.
I think if you
Democracy.
if you can move in his position, then he can't be your MVP. So it's Saka.
Saka or Bellingham, Dave?
Going to go Bellingham, just
Saka
for those
or,
clutch moments.
Saka or Bellingham, Turkish?
I think I'm going to go Bellingham.
2-0.
I'm going Saka.
2-1.
You
I
went
said Saka.
so 2-2.
2-2.
Whoa.
Cue cards.
Saka.
This is ridiculous.
Aye, we're getting through.
We'll get him at some point.
I just think Saka's amazing.
We're definitely getting you on this.
No,
next
it's
one.
tight. I
feel
just
it.
think there's no other player like Bellingham.
No, there is no other player like Bellingham. I agree.
In terms
He's
of
worth his weight in gold to England.
crashing,
Mentality as
hunger,
well.
Yeah,
He's a winner. He's got that win. He's
wants
got
to
that
carry
Sergio
people
Ramos
as well.
winning
Yeah.
quality that England don't have enough of. But
Didn't win though, did we?
Saka versus Cole Palmer.
I think this is an easier one than the Bellingham
I
one.
think this is a really hard one, almost impossible.
I mean, we're talking English players for England, right? We're not,
Just think about what Cole Palmer did in the last tournament when he was given an opportunity because of coward Southgate.
The minutes to goal and assist was crazy in the tournament.
The ball through to Ollie Watkins, the ball through to Ollie Watkins for that moment in Dortmund, and the goal in the final. Big game player. Think about what he did to Paris Saint-Germain in New York City. Think about what he did to the mighty Real Betis in Rocklo.
So what tournament was that again?
European Silverware Tournament.
UST.
Basically, the point I was trying to make there, even if I went round the houses, is every single time Cole Palmer has had an opportunity at a high level, and a European final is a high level. Paris Saint-Germain, New York is a high level. England in a final in Berlin, high level. England in a semi-final. Every single time he's shone. Literally. He plays for Man City in a Super Cup, scores a winner. He plays for Man City against Arsenal in the Charity Shield, scores. Like every time.
You speak about Bellingham previously about being clutch and him being the guy. Cole Palmer's the other way, right, where he's so relaxed that nothing phases him.
Yeah.
And I think having that mixture in the squad is super important, to have the blend of we're going to do it now, and another guy's just being like, just get me the ball and I'll make something happen here. I think the development of Cole Palmer this season is going to be really interesting in terms of his position, where he plays. But in terms of MVP, so we're talking about that moment that he can make something happen. As you mentioned, for England, we've not seen that enough just because he's not played.
But when we have seen it...
Exactly, that's not saying that he can't do it if he were to play more.
We've almost seen it loads.
Yeah.
Considering that he basically doesn't play for England, and yet he scored for us in a final. He basically doesn't play for England, and yet he assists a semi-final winner.
Behind Declan Rice, I think he would be the first person I would put on the team sheet. I think he just needs to be given a platform to just play.
Cole Palmer wins Chelsea silverware. Cole Palmer wins England silver. I truly believe.
I think in the craziness of international football as well, where it's less tactical in the sense of Pep Guardiola teams, Arteta teams that are drilled within an inch of their life, having someone like Cole Palmer who's a free spirit in that area, when given the freedom, I think would be more of an MVP than Saka.
Isn't it? It's like this 1970s maverick throwback footballer who plays the game with ease, who has the eye for a pass that most normal footballers can't even see.
Like Mateus, couldn't you?
But the platform we're looking at is a couple games over a tournament, whereas
what about his Premier League goals and assists?
Building a lovely flowery
even if we bring the Premier League into it, we're talking one good season against 3.5 good seasons in Saka.
Mate, it's Cole
if
Palmer.
If we're bringing England
like a massive ceiling of
Cole
the season.
Palmer wins England silver. Honestly,
was,
Cole Palmer is
Saka's
more
had 20
likely.
G&A.
Cole Palmer is more likely than anyone else to actually bring it home for England. He's actually the guy.
But the foundation of that is, brittle at the best.
No, it isn't brittle. It's really solid. It's literally
because he came on and scored a goal
in a final against Spain.
100% the occasion, but then you're going to compare that one moment. You could call it a super sub moment to a guy that's done it 3 tournaments in a row at a high level for England.
Never scored.
Could Saka?
When we needed him to in a final.
Saka has scored though. He scored goals across the way.
Saka's amazing, but Cole Palmer is actually the answer. You know, in the way that it isn't always the best player that wins you the tournament. It isn't. It's an unsung hero. It's Sylvain Wiltord at Old Trafford.
I think
it's not. It wasn't Didier Drogba that went round Yaskalainen. It was Lampard. I feel like Cole Palmer is the unpredictable force that wins us a tournament.
Given that Saka's been there for 3 years, been in, is a mainstay, and Cole Palmer hasn't been given that opportunity truly to show you what he can do at an international level. I think it's going to be Saka, but it's not down to how good. I think in the
Rory, it's okay. Do the vote.
There was no
Rory, do the vote.
Just for the record, there was no track record of Wayne Rooney being better than anyone that was in the team when he went in at 06. There was in '98. When Michael Owen at 17 is pushing the Argentine defence out of the way,
Walter Samuel
goals out of the way.
He's got to play. Cole Palmer has to play.
Cole Palmer is that player. Cole Palmer is the Gaza. He's the Owen. He's
Rory.
the
Who's the MVP?
Okay,
we've gone too far. You cannot be mentioning Rooney, Owen, and Gaza.
I did it.
Cole Palmer
Scored in the final. None of the others did.
All the arguments
None
you
of the others
made
did.
from Cole Palmer comes from like 450
Flav, then? Who are you voting for, mate?
One Super Cup game, maybe 2 World Cup games.
Yep.
That's not enough to hold
you
weight.
do the right thing here. Flav, I'm going to come to you first.
It doesn't matter if you do the wrong thing.
Flav,
Rory's got the cards anyway.
Vote with your heart.
I think it has to be Saka at this stage.
I regret sending that text to get you here.
But
I knew Simon was fishy from the last few shows.
But, however, I think Cole Palmer will be talked about in a way that just
Get on with it.
It's hard because I think Cole
Dave,
Palmer,
your vote.
Cole Palmer is the guy,
you're dead to
but
me.
it is Saka.
You're dead
Before
to me.
Dave votes,
Literally never speak to me again. Never text
Stay
me.
loyal to your souls. Stats,
Dave,
my soul.
Statman Dave. If
Yeah,
we're
but
talking
Dave,
stats,
Who is the MVP for England? Saka or
If
Palmer?
England win the World Cup, it will be Cole Palmer.
Yes,
because of
mate.
Who he is.
Yes, mate.
And I think that's
all I needed. I don't need anyone else.
I'm going to go Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer's
No, but Cole Palmer has to start.
Good man.
100% has
You're a
to.
good man.
He has to start.
Because I have the cue card.
we're here.
Turkish, who are you going to go with? Sorry, before Rory.
Goes without saying.
Saka?
Okay, so it's 2-2, but the cue card reigns supreme yet again.
Well done, Rory.
And therefore,
Good call.
Cole Palmer has gone through to face in the final of this game, Harry Kane.
Thank you very much. Now we can talk.
Now we can talk about a man who's literally never delivered.
Yeah, sorry, didn't he just win the league?
Scored about 1 billion goals for Tottenham, none of them counted for anything.
Come on, let's
Literally, what's the point?
Rory, you
What's
don't
the
have
point
to-
in scoring those goals?
We can have a conversation.
No, Harry Kane's had a goal. When Harry Kane let England down, he let his country down at the last tournament.
Some host, this guy meant to be
You're
unbiased.
supposed to create conversation. This is the debate, Rory.
You let me down on the last one.
Go on, he made some great points, Rory did then.
No, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane's going to win England a tournament, is he?
Absolutely, yeah. He still
Well,
remains.
why
the
hasn't he
best
done
number
it?
nine
Why hasn't he
in
done it
Europe.
all this time? Why is he blazing penalties over in?
I think he's done everything he can, but
Apart from score or square it.
But Rory, come on, you got to do better than this.
Score or square it.
He's-
Square it to Sterling.
Harry Kane
score him.
behind Wayne Rooney is the greatest player we've ever produced.
That
Yeah,
might
no,
that might be
that's
true.
right.
That
Yeah.
might be true. But
And
he
remains
doesn't
that
do
way.
it. Doesn't do
Player
it when it most
or
counts.
striker?
Doesn't do it when it counts.
The disrespect that this man gets is unbelievable, right? From England fans, from fans of football across
I
the
love
board.
him. I think he's a genius.
Well, you sound like it.
I think
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
genius. But he has let his country
We
down.
cannot win. We cannot win the World Cup without Harry Kane on fire.
Yes, we can.
No, we
Yeah, we
cannot.
can.
Well, who's going to lead? Ollie Watkins is going to do it. Is he?
No, the thing is, we've had Kane on fire, and we haven't won anything.
Yeah, we've got to finals because of him.
When? Did we get to the final because of him in Germany?
Always. He's
Did we?
link up play. The role in.
Touched the ball 6 times in that. First.
I think we've gone the other way with Harry Kane, where he's no longer this guy we think he is. He's not the guy that was linking with Son, that was assisting Son.
Constant
Kane
disrespect.
is, you'd say at international level, not what England need right now.
So if you're not having Kane
No.
in this conversation,
Yeah, go on.
over Cole Palmer,
you're not.
You're not having that kid. So who are we playing
One
up front?
player.
If
Jude
Harry
Bellingham, Cole Palmer together.
Cole Palmer.
Up front.
Cole
Kane's- so we're
Palmer.
not having a striker.
No striker.
I think Harry
Strikers
Kane
are banned.
plays. I'm just saying Harry
Absolutely
Kane
banned.
doesn't win us a tournament. He's proved it. I'm going with fact. You're going with feeling.
No, I'm going for the
You love Kane, and therefore
No, I don't love Kane. He left Tottenham. I
Kane
feel
starts.
nothing about
There's
it.
no way that he doesn't start. But I'm saying, who is going to be the MVP in America? Who is going to win England a tournament?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane missed a chance.
Harry Kane will not score.
Saka will do it for England. Cole Palmer will do it for England. There are players that will do it for England. Harry Kane has
he's the
proven.
record
How many
goal scorer
tournaments?
for
How
the
many
country.
tournaments has Harry Kane played where he's proven to us that he isn't the man for
He's
the
the
big
record
occasion?
goal scorer for the country.
Yes, banging them in against San Marino and
option
Andorra.
Other to back him in.
Banging them in San Marino.
Was Wayne Rooney not a great striker for England?
Yeah, he was, but he
done the
didn't.
exact same thing.
But it didn't go his way. Wayne Rooney, it didn't go his way. And he
So
scored
why
one
are
goal
you
for us.
giving Wayne Rooney the?
We're talking about Kane. He's on my card.
No. You're not. So you're giving Wayne Rooney. Oh no, it didn't work out for him. Oh, it hasn't worked out for Kane. He hasn't had to carry England through these tournaments at times.
No, we could have a conversation about Rooney, but it'd be a completely different conversation. Did Rooney do his bit for England? Probably not. No.
Yeah, he did.
I think with Harry Kane, the argument's closer to what we said about Declan Rice in that 5 years ago, Harry Kane tops this list without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah,
But the
I agree with
age
that.
he's at now...
Somehow it wouldn't because the disrespect shown towards him throughout his career.
I love him.
I'm talking from...
Don't love him.
I love him.
Stop saying you love him.
But
Don't.
now, if I think Kane can still be the man, like we said, Declan Rice can be. He
has to be the man if we
It
win
would
it.
be to facilitate others being
exactly.
the man.
He
So
starts
you go
for
under
me.
the radar.
But Kane starts in my team. But who's going to win England the final? Cole Palmer.
Harry Kane.
He hasn't. He's been proved that he hasn't.
But him scoring for Man City in the Super Cup also doesn't prove anything.
No, but him scoring for England in a final in Germany,
that we didn't win.
he scored.
We didn't win.
Did
it.
Harry Kane score?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter because the point why it doesn't matter.
Do you know where we would have won it? We would have won it in Qatar if he didn't blaze a penalty over when it landed in. We would have won it in Russia if he squared it to Sterling. We would have. We've had many.
We've all missed penalties. I mean, all
I've literally never missed a penalty. I've taken
How many you taken?
all these
100.
all these players miss penalties, but you can't. We can't win it without Harry Kane
the
delivering.
team,
We
but
can't.
he won't win.
I just think we've got to move on from Harry Kane.
Kane or
Fine,
Cole
it's
Palmer?
okay.
We have
Vote.
no one.
Kane or
Move
Cole?
on.
You're suggesting,
over it.
You're suggesting not playing a
Yeah,
striker.
correct.
I'm suggesting
What,
please.
But then Spain.
Kane
What,
plays,
Spain who
but Palmer
won the
wins.
last
We're not
tournament.
Spain. We need Harry Kane.
Kane plays, Palmer wins.
A few of these players here, Saka, Palmer.
card, man.
You're at the end now.
Love that.
It's corrupt.
Hey,
It's
Rory.
corrupt.
Don't look at another man's
share
cue
them.
card. It's like
Share
you're
them.
right on.
Share them, all right?
You see Saka, Palmer, Bellingham.
Yeah.
I think they
All above Harry
they have
Kane.
great tournaments off the back of Kane facilitating for them, being the man for them.
Yeah.
I think that's the stage he's at
So
now.
the
rather
centre
than
of everything is
the
what you're
centre of
Time to vote. Time to vote.
I'm always going to say Harry Kane.
Dave?
Cole Palmer.
Yeah,
Turkish?
Palmer magic.
Palmer, no doubt. There you have it. Cole Palmer is England's most important player heading into next summer's World Cup. Did we get it right? Let us know in the comments, and remember to click the link in the description to play Final One Standing. Thanks again for watching WHFC. If you'd like to watch us crown the greatest Premier League manager of all time, click the link on screen. This show was brought to you by William Hill. 18+, please gamble responsibly.